Proof India for us has always been a very important exhibition on the Indian subcontinent, and for many years we've participated here, and for us that is the opportunity to meet customers and partners and professional personnel from all over this industry. After COVID, India has emerged into infrastructure program, into two infrastructure programs, and we're really happy to be here and meet so many professional and interested people for our products, the Mehler products.
And then, just to add a personal note, it's so good to be in India back, in India after the pandemic, and it feels really good to be on a show and meeting so many contacts we've been not been able to meet in the last couple of years.
Face to face again, yes, that's true. Well, our primary focus is first of all to meet people again, to meet people face to face, to talk to people face to face, to talk to the Indian people here face to face again. Then, of course, as a product wise, we are focused on sustainable products and sustainability, that it plays an even more important role in the last month.
And we present here a very new material. It's a recycled fabric, which is basically used in facade applications. And the fabric itself is made of 100% recycled PET bottles, which is unique in the tensile architecture range, because we are the first to present this, and we are very proud to have it here very prominently in our booth. Well, we've been doing tests on this product already for the last couple of years already, but now we're confident enough to present it to the Indian customers, and this is definitely something we're gonna promote worldwide. But we're taking this year as a starting point. It's a very beautiful product at the same time, and we're featuring it here on the booth in a very prominent way. Well, this is a very important point, because both tensile strength and durability play an important role for us in tensile architecture, because the fabric itself is durable, I'd say, forever and ever. If you just put it, for example, in an accelerated weathering machine, it'll last forever because there is no tension. So what we are really looking at is the real life experience. So we are looking at tension fabrics, how they perform over a period of 5 years, a decade, even more than that. And we've got good examples where we have these tension fabrics and they lasted for, for example, 37 years. We present an example here, a case study on the booth, where our fabric was replaced after 37 years with actually the same fabric again. So this is how longevity on the one hand and tension work very perfectly together. And we're very happy to have this real life experience, or our material has the real life experience, because you couldn't show this in accelerated weathering. So artificial weathering doesn't do the same, of course, as does the real life experience.
Yes. Tensile strength plays a more vital role for this part than weight. Many people talk about weight. Weight is not the key factor. The tensile strength is the real property that counts and matters.
I'm an architect, so the shape, from my point of view, is very important, because you can design unique structures, like visible and prominently, in the built environment, prominently placed in a vast variety of ways, and that's why the design is very important, and can be a key factor to memorize the building and to really see it in the urban environment, to stick out actually. So, and then coming back to the first part of the question, the slope as well plays an important role, but this is mostly technically, because if the slope is not big enough, you could, in a worst case scenario, you could have water sacs. So we got to make sure that the structure itself is designed so that the slopes are steep enough that we don't get any problems with water, and at the same time, a steep slope plays another important role because if we're talking about our nano coating, for example, which is a high-end coating, PVDF coating, a lacquer, which lowers down the surface energy and prevents dirt and droplets to stick to the fabric. So it's the so-called lotus effect. And if we have a slope which is steep enough, the rain from the water which comes from a heavy rain, for example, would help to easily clean the fabric. It's not self-cleaning because we still need water, of course. And if there's no water, we need to have somebody going up on the roof. But still, the slope helps a lot because then it's got a cleaning effect just by rain, for example.
Yes, and tensile ice structures can be statements. I mean, statements like we see at the Statue of Unity, where Mehler was happy to be chosen as a material supplier for the shading over the bridge to this wonderful statue here.
Efficiency is, of course, a very important topic because it plays, again, a role in sustainable construction. And this is what we're looking for, providing sustainable materials and being energy efficient in terms of tensile structure means that we need to think about insulating our roofs because the single layer roof would only, serve for cover against the rain, against the sun. But the insulation effect is quite low. So if we are looking at air-conditioned environments which need to be protected against the warmth of the outside, as it must be here in India, we need to think about double layer or even triple layer constructions. And from my point of view, it's very important to look at translucent insulation layers because that's all about tensile architecture. If you look at these beautiful fabric roofs, we always have translucency, so there's light coming through, even if it's a limited amount of light, but still it is important, that's about the lightness of the whole construction, that we have translucency. And having triple or double layer constructions means that we must take care of the insulation being translucent as well, so that we still have this main feature of tensile architecture, translucency.
Yeah, shading plays a vital role in countries with high sun, with a lot of sun, because shading prevents the building corpus from heating up, saves as such energy for the air conditioning. Plus, it also protects, of course, shades human beings from the sun that is increasingly aggressive, and that's really helpful. That's another perspective on insulation, maybe. Yeah.
This is very easily answered by talking about lightness, because if we compare fabric roofs to traditional roofs, we must have a look on the material consumption. Looking at fabric roofs means that we have like 1 kilo weight per square meter, and this is the whole structure, not only the fabric itself but the subconstruction. Our material is very light, so in the normal roof you would use a material which is like 1.2, 1.5, but basically mostly about 1 kilo in weight. And this is combined with steel ropes, with very little subconstruction, because we don't need that much subconstruction because our material is so light. And that means comparing a lightweight roof with, for example, a concrete roof would mean that I compare a 300 kilo construction with a 1 kilo construction. And this is, of course, shown in the pricing as well. So if ever there is an option to use a fabric roof instead of a concrete roof, that would be not only the less costlier solution, but also the more sustainable solution. Because talking about concrete, for example, we're looking at a very big carbon footprint, and that's what we are working on, to reduce the carbon footprints for roofing. And the carbon footprint of our material itself is very low. And then in combination with, for example, using recycled fabrics, lowers down the carbon footprint even more. This is our aim, and we are very happy to do this ourselves. But when comparing to traditional roofing systems like concrete roofs or metal roofs, we are, so to say, on the bright side, on the very light side.
Don't forget the speed of a construction. I mean, The tensile roof can be prepared at a fabricator and then installed on a work site already almost in place. That is much faster than putting up a metal roof or a shingle roof or any other alternative material, which takes a lot longer to build. That is, of course, also more cost effective.
Yeah, this is interesting because nature and tensile structures have very much things in common. So when constructing our lightweight constructions, we are looking at nature because nature built us beautiful examples how lightweight samples like a spider web, for example, works perfectly. And we tried to copy these very, very efficient structural systems from nature and put it into our fabric structures. And this means that in a way we are well integrated already. And then from my point of view, colors play an important role. So most of our tensile structures so far are white. So, but I question, why should it always be white, especially when we try to integrate in an ecological path, for example. It would not necessarily be the brightest white we need, but it would probably more be some kind of, greenish color, which would integrate perfectly along the shape, which of course still plays the more important role.
Yes, I mean, nature has always been, how can I say, an example for structures. There might be flower shapes or leaf shapes, and the architect and the planner is absolutely free to design something that is fit into nature, using different materials, not only PVC, but also more textile membranes that we are offering to have this natural experience. And then, of course, our material does not necessarily have to be used in steel, but also wood can be a substructure that can be used for this material. So there's many interfaces to nature.
Well, currently it's mostly the standard material, which is used in all virgin material, so all new material. And there are beautiful structures built at the moment already. So, but if we want to combine beauty with sustainability, we need to look at the raw material we are using. And we found out that if we are going into the process with recycled PET bottles, for example, as raw material, we have a very good performance on the long term already. So even if the tensile strength at the beginning might be a bit lower of the recycled material, it shows, the studies with weathering have shown that on the long term, these RPT fabrics, recycled fabrics, have a very good longevity. So here, from our point of view, we find a very good combination of beauty on the one hand, because the structures themselves are just so beautiful, with sustainability on the other. And we're looking forward to integrating more of these recycled materials in our production processes so that we will have more recycled structures in the future.
Yeah, and the material at the moment is the TF400 Eco that we're presenting here. That offers a fantastic range of applications for facades based on a recyclable and sustainable and ecologically friendly product.